universe.
Welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, 117th episode in a row. Nice little shoulder shimmy I'm seeing. We're going to go ahead and talk about everything San Diego soccer because there's a lot. U.S. Open Cup third round, San Diego Loyal gets booted out by the Los Hijos de Landon Donovan, LA Galaxy, the mayor, the older ones. Bye-bye Loyal, as the doc says here. So that's pretty much what happened. We got our first MLS credential, so we'll talk about that experience a bit. San Diego Soccer's onto the Ron Newman Cup championship game. I was there. That was a great time beating Chihuahua Savage, and our intern actually made an appearance, Mike, who got an assist or two, and we'll tell you all about that. Liga MX, the last game of the regular season, moving into last Liguilla. So we're going to go ahead and break that down. That's why you're wearing a Chivas jersey. European football, regresa, Champions League, PSG, Championship, Champions League. Things are ending. Bayern wins. Liverpool destroying, moving forward, maybe having a chance to get Man City, catch up to Man City. Arsenal beating everybody. But let's first welcome a Liverpool supporter, unfortunately. Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Hey. Didn't touch his hands, by the way. Did not touch his hands. Hashtag did not touch it. No hands. I don't even know what the hashtag was.
Yeah, but Boris Pardo himself actually was asked, did it touch your hands? And very, very, very stern, looked into the camera and said, no, I did not touch it. So I believe the man. I believe him.
Right.
Hi, Alan.
Hey.
It was hot.
Yeah, it was warm today, and I do not like it. So I'm drinking water to just try and stay hydrated, which is weird.
You should try liquid IVs.
I mean, I think what movie was that? Miss Congeniality, where she said the perfect date was April 25th because it's not too hot, not too cold. You can wear a jacket. Mm-hmm. I'm like, she's a liar now.
Oh, that is true.
But there's a little bit of a break, right? So, we have been going nonstop along with the team. San Diego Loyal has been pedal to the metal, as I always like to say on our UPSL commentary with San Diego Inter. Shout out San Diego Inter, your girlfriend's favorite podcast, Alan. But the favorite soccer team. I mean, this is your girlfriend's favorite podcast, so it's okay too. So San Diego Loyal, it ended up being 32 days, 9 games, something around there. The final game, win and you're in, you lose, you go home, and so. Unfortunately, it didn't turn the way that San Diego Loyal would have liked. We headed up there on a bus with a bunch of supporters, always in the back of the bus next to the shitter, literally next to the shitter. That's the most uncomfortable seats on the bus.
So we had some seats, and then Nick Duffy decides to tell us to move.
Yeah, so when the capo tells you to move, then you do as that because they need to be energized, energetic, something you are very much familiar with, Alan. You watched it on a broadcast. How did the supporter section sound? Can you guys hear? Because it was really fun to experience it in that stadium.
There was 3 supporter groups at that stadium.
Yeah, and they were all from San Diego, right? You can definitely, like, on the broadcast, I could hear them pretty loud. When they panned over, you can see that it was a pretty good crowd from San Diego, which is always nice to see. I think it helped keep the team competitive, helped keep them motivated. I would like to think that Nick Duffy made you sit in the back next to the shitter because he was like, it's the two of you and then that shitty thing, and then now you don't miss me because you can just replace me with the shitter.
Hey, self-talk.
Hey,
my eyes used to be blue, now they're brown because I'm full of shit.
I like that one.
So
actually. Keep that. Don't edit that out.
No, it was a little bit tough to watch this match because I think there were some frustrations, but LA Galaxy rolled out probably a stronger lineup than I would have anticipated for their starting 11, and then they just kept like putting people on the pitch who you're like, oh, okay, it's time for that now. but no, supporter section looked nice, looked strong, sounded strong. I probably could have been convinced that this was a San Diego home match, except for like the cheering and not cheering when things good happen or bad happen.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like the supporter section is concerned, Brew agrees that it did sound almost like a home match.
Yeah, the stadium was very empty, and I think that's something that I've seen on Twitter for LA Galaxy and LAFC fans just kind of trashing them that they don't fill up their stadium, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of been going on and off this season for them. But there was a lot of San Diego Loyal fans. A lot of San Diego. They were very loud. At one point, I was down on the field taking pictures, and I was on the other side, opposed to where the locals were sitting and the Chavos. Yeah. And I could hear them, and they will tell you, dude, the locals are being loud. The Chavos and the locals are being very loud. But shout out to the supporter section from Galaxy because they were pretty dope too.
Yeah, no, it was an overall great experience, and I know for a fact that there was respect gained not just on the pitch but off the pitch in every facet with the supporters, the fans, the people working there, like it just in general. Like San Diego showed out, and I'm proud of what San Diego did. Right, like it was, as I put on the Two Balls Twitter, right, like this is a huge night for soccer in San Diego, just in general, right, like just to be in the stage, and you know what, at the end of the day, they got to where they were supposed to get, right? If they lost to Albion, then there'd be questions. They'd be like, oh, wow, you guys lost to this. Maybe, right? A lot of USL teams are also losing in Open Cup. But you lose against an MLS team, a team of caliber. Geez, like that team, you can tell like the quality is there. And these guys, you know, aren't necessarily like starters in a sense, but it's that next level up.
A lot of them are like they were started. I mean, they played Efrain Alvarez, who's on and off in the starting lineup. You had Julian Araujo, who's usually a starter at right back, also played for the Mexican national team and World Cup qualifier. So, like Alan said, I give props to San Diego Loyal because it forced Galaxy to put on a stronger lineup than Alan anticipated.
Yeah,
which just shows the respect that they had for Landon Donovan and his team, right? So that on its own is a big accomplishment, I think.
Just the inside baseball, right? Like, again, I'm going to take you down this nerdyville because, again, this is part of, like, the little journey, right, that we're on. And this is the nerdy shit that I love. Like, they came by, and then they gave us, like, these lineups. Yeah, we get lineups. I think you can put it a little closer. Like, you know, with formations, Alan. With formations. And so that was pretty cool. Like, this is MLS quality. Like, take note, guys.
No, and after...
Oh, yeah.
They give us
post-match stats.
All the stats.
Post-match, like, all of them. Like, just...
Which was very impressive.
But speaking of lineups, right, I don't want to take too much, but, Alan, what did you think of this lineup? Because this Loyal team just came in a little battered. Yeah. And you throw this lineup out there. What were your thoughts?
I mean, this is kind of probably your preferred 11, maybe Among. You swap out Among for Evan Conway, and that's kind of probably your strongest 11, although Among was not available. You use one sub, so the guys go full 90, which I thought was really impressive, especially it's like LA outplayed. I wouldn't say outplayed them, but LA gave them a lot. I think San Diego had a chance to get a couple shots. Guido had a shot early. I thought this was a really strong lineup from San Diego, and really impressed with how they were able to handle and manage the game. Obviously, we'll get to kind of what happened, why they lost the match, but just on paper to get it started, like this was a pretty good. It was great to see Jack Metcalf get a full 90. It was. I mean, you have Martin and Guido in the middle. Which I think is really strong. Maybe not the strongest game from Guido, but I know he's kind of coming back for something. But I thought they handled themselves pretty well, and this is a pretty strong lineup against there's some names that you're going to recognize on LA's team, and I thought Klinsmann had a heck of a game for LA Galaxy as well. Like you're up against a really good goalkeeper. You have to be perfect, and they weren't. And then I'm really excited to see this young Javier Hernandez for LA
Oh
that I've
yeah,
heard a
this
lot about.
Oh yeah, who's that guy?
I've
Yeah, it was
number
nice to see him
14.
get,
I mean,
yeah,
if he's a
get a couple minute
striker,
run out of the end. It's really nice to see get people like LA really investing in the youth
yeah,
to give some guys some minutes at the end of the match.
throwing Jurgen Klinsmann's son out there in goal. Maybe a little bit of mind games, a little bit of gamesmanship happening there. But no, I'm looking at the lineup, right? Like Cabral, Kevin, I believe Kevin Cabral, number 9 for LA Galaxy. His touch was just sublime. Like you can again see the quality of these players when they receive the ball, they're already 3 steps ahead of you, and that's not any slight on any of the San Diego Loyal players because again, there were times where, players to say like Guido, right? Like Guido is one of those players where like you think he would have played to their level. And sometimes like he would slip. Same thing with Moshobani. Like they just didn't look well adjusted in this game and just couldn't get their footing right in. There was a couple times, where they had a couple looks, but overall, just I think some of the key players could have done a little better and had better performances. Obviously, Grant Stoneman in his game. I think in general, right? I think I texted our group chat and said, like, just Stoneman is just not having a good game. And
He didn't have a good one.
that was not just because of the goal. It's just like his passes, his positioning, his anticipation. It's just something seemed off.
And this is going back to some of these players being in the U.S. of most of their careers, right? This is a lot of pressure for some of them, and you can tell maybe he got a little bit to Stoneman, and you can see the nerves in the players once they were playing on the field. Like you said, some passes that they normally do like nothing at Torero, and they pull off great plays.
Yeah,
wasn't all the way there for this match, and props to Guido. Guido tried his best, I think.
Yeah.
This was a game for him to prove to Galaxy that he's at that level. Unfortunately, it just didn't ended up working out. Elijah Martin had an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
Like he kept his side on lock, and unfortunately, just that was part of my prediction, right? I thought it was going to be a close match. It was going to go to penalties, and Loyal maybe pull it off in penalties. And this was where we all kind of knew if there's a defensive mistake, then that's where it's kind of like cost San Diego Loyal, and that's what it was, a defensive mistake, and we're kind of used to seeing this from San Diego Loyal. Again,
in
the
big
player
games
hit the
too.
post, and then he got lucky that it rebounded back to him, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. I don't think it's anything to be really too upset about, other than if you're Stoneman, like you kind of fucked up there, but it's all good.
Yeah, and really that's the margins you're dealing with here, right? This is the difference between 1-0 and 0-0 penalties is maybe not handle clearance not handled well, and then just kind of a lucky bounce that comes straight back to the attacking player. Like, Koke Vega isn't going to be able to do anything with that rebound, and it's not like the kid out hustled the rest of the defenders to get to a loose ball. It just like bounced straight back to him.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do, right?
And we see this at all levels too. I mean, we just saw it with Manchester United against Arsenal. So
Yeah, so lower
and then
levels.
to be fair, like San Diego like didn't let it get them down. I thought the second half they played pretty strong and were like really trying to bring it back, right? Pull a goal back.
Mhm.
Los Angeles was just a little bit too strong for them, and they couldn't quite make something happen. But I thought they presented themselves well. Like they didn't get played off the park. I would say that LA Galaxy probably should have won this match, but it's like Jack maybe curls that in, and to Toomey, I don't know. Like there were just some pretty decent looks on the night where maybe if you play that again, you're gonna get a goal out of it. There was some pretty nice, like a pretty decent save, although kind of just shot right at Koke.
Yeah.
But I mean,
This
they
one I
didn't
believe
embarrass
is-
themselves. They didn't give up 20 goals to some pretty good players. I think overall you have to be proud of what they put on the pitch.
oh yeah, for sure.
After yes, you would like to see a cup set. Yes, there were some teams that beat some MLS squads, but Columbus isn't exactly a world beater right now. And at the end of the day, you put on a good show. You played decently well, and the difference between PKs against the MLS club and not is maybe one poor clearance or one unfortunate clearance that kind of bounces off Stoney's thigh. And if that's harder, Koke gets it. If he deadens it and clears it, then but Tipper got to LA, they won, they get to move on. We didn't give up 2,000 goals, which I think is great for San Diego as well, right? They've been struggling defensively, so in order to get out of LA with only giving up one is good.
I'm not the only one that thinks that Coke is gone next season, right? Like he's MLS bound, has to be, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was gonna play in La Liga had it not been for unforeseen circumstances and Mustafi
I wouldn't be
joining.
surprised if Galaxy even pick him up next season after that game. He had really good saves, and I've been telling some people, don't get so used to Koke. I think he's gone next season, which is sad, but I mean, I think he's just way too good for the USL. Alan, do you think this is the last season for Koke in San Diego Loyal?
First and last.
I mean, probably. I think if he has a strong run into summer, it might not even be a full season. It might be, but we'll have to see. Like, I mean, it would be an international spot, which I think is tough. It's also, do you take a flyer on a guy in USL that's good, but I mean, San Diego isn't exactly the defensive juggernaut they've been in the past. Giving up 14 goals in 8 matches, that's not great. That might not get people to watch those matches to see how he is. But yeah, I think his talent level is of a higher level, but like we saw what John Kempen did, and he gets some starts, but he's not playing. He's not a lockdown starter in the MLS.
Yeah.
So like, is Koke better than John Kempen?
I mean, to be fair, 5 of those 14 goals were in Austin, so in one game.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry, but
True, but I mean, if you're a scout looking, you're like, oh, 14 goals against, I might not watch that game. Versus maybe there's some other keepers in the USL who might attract more eyes because of who they're playing for. But I mean, I would hope he moves on to another level, just like I hope a lot of the players that we've signed. Like I think Nick Moon can be successful.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Vassell could get a look, like on a strong team with people around him. We see what he's able to do. Thomas Among's looked really nice. So there's plenty of guys on this team that I'm like, they have the potential to get looked at. And, I'm not mad if half of those guys move on to a higher level, because that's what we should be cheering for as well. Like with Josh Yarrow, right? He's in St. Louis. He's doing some stuff there. He seems pretty happy with the team there. I reached out to him after the St. Louis defeat against Louisville, which I was mad because I thought St. Louis could have won.
Yeah.
Takes a pretty decent PK in the shootout. And it's like, you want those guys to be successful. And it's like, it is heartbreaking sometimes when they leave and you don't want to root for them, but he's playing in a different league that we don't have to play against. So we can root for Josh Yarrow and be happy that he is going to get a look at an MLS club, because he deserves it.
Yeah, maybe you'll find him down the road in an Open Cup fixture,
Maybe.
Also, Morgan Hackworth's dad, father, Faja, part of that squad. So, a lot of ties around the USL, right? Like,
Faja?
Yeah, I've never seen Austin Powers, Gold member?
Well, not all of them.
Have you seen Austin Powers, Gold member? Any of the Austin Powers? Yeah, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You're a product of the times. Yeah, you had to. It's
correct.
Have you said you just haven't seen that one?
I think I've seen like one of them with like the little bald person.
You need to watch it again.
Yeah,
it's one of they hold up.
He's just laughing.
They hold up.
Disappointment.
No, they hold up, Alan. You know they hold up.
It's just the way you described Austin Powers is, I've seen the one with like the little bald guy in it.
Yeah.
Vern Troyer is that rest in peace, mini-me.
Yeah, that guy, the little bald dude.
It's like I watched an Avengers movie, and it was the one with the dude with the shield.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Troy.
That's a good movie.
It's overrated. Troy's overrated.
Wow.
It's just read the book. Read the book.
Oh no.
Read the book, guys.
No.
Come on, you know that. That's true, Alan. Read the book.
You can't tell me.
Yeah,
you read Lord of
the
the
problem I
Rings
have
instead.
is, why is she Helen of Troy? She's not actually from Troy.
She's not from there.
Like,
Yeah,
She gets
exactly.
kidnapped and taken to. So why is she Helen of Troy? It's weird.
Yeah, no.
Like if I got like body snatched and took into like, I don't know, Minneapolis, I wouldn't be like, I'm from Minneapolis. That's,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Born and raised, bred.
I say I'm from LA. But no.
You do say that.
I was born in LA.
Welcome to the Greek stories section of Two Balls and a Mic.
Of course.
Actually, mythology is one of my favorite classes that I've ever taken in my, it's a whole hero's journey. Good stuff. But yeah, so San Diego Loyal have a break. Well, you got a break from San Diego Loyal. It's gas is expensive, guys. Gas is very expensive. Anyway, so they now face Tampa Bay Rowdies. They go to the East Coast, to the Panhandle, Florida, and they go ahead and face off against a pretty formidable opponent. They've made the playoffs. They've won a championship in the last couple of years. Well, they should have won one when they should have won another one against Phoenix. So that's Tampa Bay Rowdies. They also play in a baseball stadium, correct? One of the better ones, maybe?
Yeah, yes. I think this is one of the ones that have actually been converted from a baseball stadium to a more of a soccer setup, where it's not like El Paso, where it's like a baseball stadium that happens to have soccer in it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably further along than Vegas, right? Vegas is only soccer, but it's still a baseball stadium. But Al Lang Stadium is kind of a one of those places, if you're a fan of the USL, you want to watch a game there just because it's, Tampa Bay is a pretty historic team in American soccer history. They're a Phoenix club, which is what they called it last night when they talked about San Diego Soccer's beating the Tampa Bay Rowdies back in the NASL days or whatever.
Oh, wow.
But Tampa Bay Rowdies is kind of one of the more traditional soccer teams in American history, and yeah, they've been a consistent contender in the East, although maybe not having the best run of form as of late. 1 win, 1 loss, 3 draws in the last 5 against some peculiar teams. All right, drawing against New York Red Bulls. They drew against Hartford Athletic on March 26th. Like, Hartford literally has 1 point in the entire season, and it was the draw in Tampa Bay.
Oh, wow.
So maybe not like the strongest team as far as form is concerned right now.
Mm-hmm.
But they have some like MVP level players on the offensive side. So this isn't a team to sleep on. It's a team that I think you might be able to get something off of. They play midweek against Memphis. So this might be a team you can get something off of. But they're going to be, it's going to be a tough test. They're no walkover. They're a strong franchise, and it'll be another good test for San Diego to come out of this break and see, hey, we're a little bit more rested. We're going to roll out a strong lineup, and we'll see what San Diego can do against another Eastern Conference contender after kind of an unfortunately embarrassing night against Louisville.
Yeah, talk about it. Embarrassing. It's definitely just like a bitter taste in everybody's mouth. Like, they forgot, right? Like, people forgot on that trip just because it was just so cool going up with the locals and some of the chavos up to Carson. But, I think everybody put that match behind us, and it was a rotation squad. It was kind of seen with the starters here, and even though, like, the starters for the LA Galaxy game, who are you going to put in, right? Like, just give everybody the 90. If they're really, truly the best, they're going to get a break. Now they have that break. It's their first, kind of breather. I saw Jack Metcalf and Guido and, their misses over in Seattle. They were inspired by my travels, so they were probably on the hunt for the 9 Two Balls and a Mic stickers that I left all through Seattle. So if you're ever in the Seattle area, just find them. And
why 9? That's all you had?
I mean, no, I had more, but there
Oh.
was only like 9 spots. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. You're just not going to post them everywhere.
That's true.
Cary Park and Pike's Place, right next to the first Starbucks. So they're there.
You go to Seattle. Now you know what to look for.
Now you know what to look for. But no,
The great Tony stood here.
So,
oh man,
their players are back in training. Obviously, back today. On Wednesday, we're gonna go back into training. Hopefully, interview some players. Who do you want to hear from, Alan? I know usually I ask you this through text.
Let us know in the chat too. Who do you guys want to hear from?
Yeah, chat.
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad to see Metcalf back. So he might be a nice, fun chat. He was a pretty good interview when we interviewed him back on the fair weather days. And it might be nice to kind of get his opinions because he was, on the, I don't say on the bench, on the sideline, get his thoughts on the development of the team and then what it was like to get back on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really enjoy Jack Metcalf. And then I would always advocate for interviewing Nate Miller because,
I think
we should ask for Nate instead of Landon.
What? Oh, I asked for Nate. Okay, I think Landon will be hurt. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
what we need is
you can't afford to ruin that relationship.
Yeah, no, I work hard for it. I've worked hard for it. But no, definitely we should get another Miller time in soon.
This break would have been perfect.
This break would have been perfect, Chiba. Wow. Fucking up.
He's probably on vacation too.
Yeah, enjoying the time off with children.
Yeah, give him a little bit of a breather as well. And I think that's what's gonna be nice too is like you had a really good stretch of form. You had kind of an unfortunate end to that good stretch of form, and now you've had plenty of time to kind of turn the page and kind of, I don't want to say reset, but just kind of, and then let's go at it again, right? Like,
yeah. And now you focus, right? Now you don't have two tournaments to kind of worry about, right? Because, again, that was a huge undertaking. They played Albion, and then the quick turnaround, travel up to L.A. after facing off a very tough Louisville team, going up and playing in the carpet up in Oakland, having some key players come back injured. I mean, there's a lot of fatigue on those legs, and, we're barely in, I would say, the first quarter, maybe. Nowhere near half of the season, maybe-ish. So, there's still a lot of time out there. San Diego Loyal still remain close to the top. It's all within range. There are some games at hand for the other two Colorado Switchbacks leading. We face Colorado Switchbacks here at home. I believe that's the first game back at home as we welcome Beverly Macangila. I think still on the Switchback. So maybe he learned a little bit more English, or maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, and now you're back to kind of one match per week where you're really able to not only recover from the game before, but like actually set up some tactical ideas to attack the team that you're playing. You have some time to really work on, building team chemistry. And I think that's just going to benefit the team because we saw this kind of happening, right? You have these, game after game after game after game after game. You're just focused on recovering and make sure you guys keep fresh. So you're not really able to institute tons of tactical changes or lots of concepts to prepare for the next team. You just kind of got to keep rolling. So I think this is going to give the coaching staff some opportunities as well to really address and prepare each team for each match. And I think that's good for San Diego. And I think they're hopefully going to hit a groove, right? Because now we don't have, exhausting amounts of games that you can kind of focus and take the time and really build into the next match. And, it doesn't get any easier, right? Tampa Bay and then New Mexico and then Colorado. And then RGV is not a pushover, right?
Yeah.
They're sitting in a playoff spot right now. Than Los Dos, and we know how so it's like these games don't get easier until maybe Baby Bulls in Hartford, but this gives the coaching staff some time to kind of build and prepare for each team, and I like that.
Now there's really no reason to use I don't want to say excuse, but the reasoning of oh man, we're playing so many games with this U.S. Open Cup added in the middle of the week. Our players are very tired. Now you really get to just focus on the league, right? And I kind of don't want to hear Landon saying, hey, well, the players are very tired and this and that. Like, yeah, that's going to happen eventually. But now you can't just say Open Cup.
So what if he does say, well, players are tired? What are you going to say?
Then I'll just criticize him on my podcast because I know he won't listen to me.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. That is actually fair enough. But yeah, so do we have any predictions, any score lines, any thoughts on that?
I think this one's hard because you don't know how they're going to come back after that 10-day break, right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't know. Maybe Alan knows.
Maybe
So,
Alan
I don't
knows.
know.
Alan's, I think, has been the most accurate so far.
We need a tally on
Oh.
that. 619 Soccer, get
Probably
on that,
not.
please. Please go back.
Go back to
Probably
every
not.
episode.
I'm currently losing the prediction for USL show. Some of that is because of the bit with Tulsa. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say, like,
Yeah,
purposefully picking Tulsa to win when I don't think they're gonna win.
For the greater good. Yeah.
Right. It's all about the content, right? I don't think this is gonna be a high scoring match. I think it's gonna be a tough road match for San Diego, right? Tampa, but maybe not having a good run of form. But they also don't let in tons of goals, right? So if San Diego can get to 2, I think they have a good chance at kind of stealing something, even if it is a point. I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win, though. Like I'm gonna try to manifest that into existence.
Hi. Hey.
Yeah. Hello.
Man, I thought you weren't gonna go with the win, but I like you said.
So is that going to affect the way you predict
absolutely,
Chiba?
absolutely, because one of us has to be right. Like you said, looking at Tampa Bay, I haven't really looked at and watched any other games, right? But based on their stats, 5 goals against in 8 games. That says a lot, right?
Yeah.
But then looking at San Diego Loyal, 18 goals in favor in 8 games. That's also a lot. So I can see it going both ways. I do think Loyal could maybe get 2, maybe 3 goals late in the game.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with a 3-1 win by Loyal.
All right. That'd be pretty impressive, especially at an away match,
Especially if Amang is back. If Amang is good to go, I can see that.
And that's a
happening.
secret weapon. That's a secret sauce, right? So, a little bit of Nick Moon just to rustle some jimmies on
By
the
the way,
left-hand
that was
side.
a hell of a trade because Haji is no longer with the team.
Yeah, wasn't that crazy?
So-
Who knows what ended up happening with Mr. Haji? So, wonderful, wonderful piece of business there. So shout out to the front office, maybe Ricardo, maybe Landon, maybe Nate, maybe Weston. I don't know who deals with it.
Not Weston.
Oh,
I don't think it was
say
Weston.
that. Hey, he's rising to prominence. It's okay.
He'll get there.
Yeah, it's like Sanson. It's all in the hair. But yeah,
What about you?
So if he says we're gonna win, and you say we're gonna win
That means they're going to tie.
or lose,
Oh, ow.
and I've been saying loss. I've actually been saying loss more than both of you have this season, and not at the right times, but I don't want to be just.
I mean, they've lost twice only.
I don't want to be overly negative, but man, like they certainly if we're talking about them looking good with the play style that the rotation squad has, and the same goes for the starters. If they fall into that trap and maybe it's just a mismatch in formations and it can be a very bad time over in Tampa. Are we seeing weather conditions? Like what's Tampa Bay weather? It's not. Oh,
it's gonna be raining. Saturday.
Saturday's gonna be raining. 86 degrees, 88 degrees.
Hot rain.
Gross.
rain.
Gross. Yeah. Oh no.
Can I change my prediction? I'm still gonna go with a 3-1 win. If it's raining.
If it's raining, the ball's going to be heavier. There's not going to be a lot of passes. The offense going to be stifled, maybe.
I'm still going to go 3-1.
But again, you have these Brits, right? You have Vessel and hopefully Charlie. His hamstring was feeling better 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, and haven't seen him suit up in a while. But they're used to that heavy ball, that rainy, pitch. So maybe that'll be a benefit. But beating around the bush here. But I do think that they're going to come out with a tie. I think that's the conservative. I think there'll be a tie, and if it is a tie, let's say a 2-2.
Okay,
Say
that's a nice entertaining.
It's a nice game. It's a good game, right? So it's what you expect and what you
from
like.
what we heard our USL experts say is if you tie away games, that's good.
Yeah, and like to the point about Tampa Bay only allowing 5 goals, like Louisville City is only allowed 4 all season, and 2 of those were against San Diego.
Yeah.
And San Diego got destroyed. On paper.
Yeah.
Before
they got
me.
destroyed. No, they got destroyed. On paper or not, it's still a 5-2. Yeah, you still go tell Austin that. Go tell Austin, hey, on paper, you didn't get destroyed. On paper, you still got 5, but he'll bounce back. I know it. Fuerza, Austin. Pow pow, el pow pow.
Yes,
that's
pow,
how he
pow.
signs off sometimes with us when we
Pow,
talk to him.
pow.
Just like pow pow. Of course, man's buff.
Like the fist bump.
We found Landon's excuse of the week. All right, the rain, the humid rain. I think that'll be something that I'll ask him. Hey, how are you preparing for that? Are you just like?
It's a hot rain, right? Like that's completely different than just any other rain. I think. I don't
Maybe
know.
maybe he's a Milli Vanilli fan.
He doesn't get it.
I don't get it. I just laugh because it's common courtesy.
That's worse. Don't say it.
No,
Don't say that you do that.
I know it's a deep cut. But
Breaking
You gotta
news.
blame-
Ay, no Manchester.
El Toro Fuerte has returned. Do you know who El Toro Fuerte is, my friend? Alan?
didn't we say something bull? The
Strong
strong
Yes,
bull.
the strong bull. Yes, so El Toro
It's this
Fuerte
guy
is-
that just keeps posting memes about me, and he hasn't in a while.
I think since your weight loss.
I think so.
I
I
think you
think
just hated
so.
the way you look.
Post about him. Look.
Yeah, post about me. Like maybe it'll inspire me to get a shortcut with $6,000 and staple my insides with glue and shit. I'll just do it.
I'll do it for $50.
Down. I know.
I got some duct tape.
Tony has
I'll get
all the
some-
motivation he needs to get on it. 1-day contract with San Diego, and he has not hopped on that trend yet.
Hey, imagínate cosas chingonas, bro. I mean, I went to Galaxy for a reason, bro. I mean, if it's MLS or USL, if I'm,
Yeah, that's
covered.
right.
I mean, if a 14-year-old can make the roster for San Diego Loyal, like I could have very well suited up for that game, guys. I you know what? Now thinking about it, I'm gonna have some talking to some people
we're
about
going
that.
Wednesday. So.
Hey, Landon, what the fuck?
You're just gonna show up in your San Diego Loyal kit and shorts and socks and be like,
Just full kit. Which actually, Austin and Coca have asked me a couple times. Hey, do you have your gloves?
You should take your gloves.
I should take my gloves, but you know what? It's gonna be hot as fuck, and I have to work.
It's
right
not gonna
after.
be hot on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot.
It's not gonna be hot.
But yeah, so San Diego Loyal back to business against Tampa Bay Rowdies on the 30th at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time.
There's
It's on
probably
the
gonna
East
be a
Coast.
watch party somewhere, so you
Yes.
guys should go check that out.
There are watch parties. Check
we'll
them
be
out.
commentating a
UPSL.
UPSL game. Yes.
Check it out. Yeah.
I may not be. It's my dad's birthday that day, and kind of mentioned that I had to do something.
Boo.
He already gave me the dirty eye that, oh, it's my birthday, man.
Be like Alan.
You like Alan?
Yeah. Don't give a fuck about your dad.
Oh,
wow.
Not your dad,
Whoa,
Alan. I don't,
hey.
About his dad. Don't get.
Whoa,
do you care
Alan.
about Chiva's dad? Do you care about Chiva's dad, Alan?
Wow.
Do you care about
If
Chiva's
Chiva
dad?
cares about Chiva's dad, then I care about Chiva's
Do you
dad.
care about
because
your
if-
dad?
I care a lot about my dad.
You actually do.
I do.
His dad actually fought in the armed services, so
Yeah.
saludos and go America. But
Yeah,
yes.
the team watch party is at Stone Brewing. I wouldn't say I'm sure, but usually Chavos has some sort of watch party. Locals might have one, but I know
Hey,
the
Dad,
team's
you wanna
official
go to
one
dinner?
is
By Stone Brewing.
Stone Brewing.
Why did you do that? Why did you take him?
No, he's not gonna want to do that.
You go watch some San Diego Loyal.
Oh,
It's
man.
You know
but
what?
it's the one
No.
it's the one in Escondido, so you might not be able
Oh,
to find
shit.
it because it's hidden.
But the Spanish joke there.
Even though you took your dad to a live Loyal game and he left by like the 50th minute.
Yes.
It was a Louisville game
It was
too.
a Louisville game too. Yeah.
What a
To be fair,
game! You
he's
take
gone
your
to
dad.
2 games.
What a game!
And he went to last year's 619 game against Phoenix, and that was a good game.
Okay.
And then this one, I told him it's gonna be a great game. My brother and my dad
should have
both
been.
went, and yeah, I mean, they when I got home that night, they looked at me and they're like, "Don't ever invite me to a Loyal game again."
Oh shit!
So I was
See,
like,
that's how you
cool.
lose love watchers and listeners.
So
Loyal.
yeah, Loyal, your shit together. Don't lose 5-2 at home.
His dad was listening to your podcast too, and not ours. He was like, "Oh man, Darren Smith. Oh yeah, that was dope." Fool. Your dad doesn't talk like that.
No, he doesn't.
Darren Smith is pretty dope.
Oh yeah, he's
Those
the
just like deep blue eyes, just piercing.
best. Yeah,
I wish I had eyes like that.
17K followers.
I wish I had 17,000 followers too. Yes, Chiva. But yeah, so that's gonna be coming up for San Diego Loyal. Alan,
Yep.
are you gonna be?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be there for the next match? We've missed you.
Yeah, March 14th. I have it on my calendar. I will most likely be there. Yeah.
But no.
In the meantime,
we might see
I-
Alan earlier
Where?
Ooh.
at Pachanga, maybe.
Pachanga.
A Pachanga for a Pachanga.
Pachanga.
Yeah, soccer's.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I do want to shout out the center, the LGBTQ center in San Diego, thecentersd.org. This Thursday is doing Dining Out for Life. This is the 16th annual Dining Out for Life. Restaurants, bars, coffee houses, nightclubs donate a minimum of 25% of the sales to the center's HIV/AIDS services and prevention programs. If you go to the website, again, thecenter.org, there is a Dining Out for Life, kind of right on their homepage, I think, a little bit further down, and you can go check out all of the locations that you can go get some delicious food, beverages, all sorts of shenanigans. Chula Vista Brew Bar, Grindhouse, Mariscos Los Cuates.
Los
Maybe?
Cuates,
I don't
yes.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Folk Tavern.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a bunch of-
Los Cuates. Look at you.
Yeah, there's a bunch of really cool places that are donating money to HIV/AIDS stuff at the center. So that's this Thursday. You can skip the cooking and you can go out on the town all over San Diego, La Mesa, and the surrounding areas. Again, you can see which ones are participating.
Yes.
Some of them actually do takeout. So if you don't actually want to go out, you can just order food to get it taken out. So check it out. We try to do this every year. I think we missed last year because pandemic and such. But we've done it a few times in the past, and it is a great way to support a good cause and support a local business in your area of San Diego. So check it out, Dining Out for Life with the Center.
Check it out, guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You strike me as a guy that likes cooking shows, Alan. Is that true?
We have been known to watch a cooking show or two. Yes.
I'm currently watching MasterChef Canada on YouTube, and everybody's best dishes, best Italian dishes. And there's something about MasterChef Canada and MasterChef Australia that like really gets me.
Or is that Cake on Netflix?
No.
Have you seen that?
Chef Table is on Netflix, and that's all you need to watch.
No, there's
Other
one
than
that they give you two things, and is it cake or is it not cake?
it's usually cake. I'll give you. It's usually cake.
I don't know, man.
Like,
I don't know. You'd be surprised. I haven't seen the show. I just seen the trailers.
We watched a couple episodes. It's pretty fun. Like people trying to hide real food but it's made out of cake. Yes, Jason, correct. Stone and Escondido.
Yes.
Again, home and away. Yeah. Home and away for the locals.
I'm sorry,
As
my
well
dad
as
was born on
Los
April
Reyes
30th, I
Tacos.
guess.
Los Reyes.
Why did my dad have to be born on April 30th?
Gordon Ramsay. I made some chicken tikka masala over the
Ooh.
over the weekend.
I wish I could cook for Gordon Ramsay so he can just fucking demoralize you.
No, he wouldn't. He's actually really nice. Like if
No, I see he would put bread on your face and what are you?
no, he's a nice
Yeah.
guy. He would treat me like he does Master Chef Junior. Like he doesn't yell at the kids. Like
He-
he's
he
a
He is
kind-hearted individual.
he is very sweet on MasterChef Junior.
That's
like
what I'm saying.
legitimately, yeah.
He is.
I love
Yeah.
fucking love those shows, bro. I put
best
myself in
part-
this
I can tell.
The best part is when he brings his daughter on. He's like every year, it's like he brings his daughter on for one episode, and he talks smack to his daughter, and then tries to set her up on dates with some of the kids on the show.
Yeah.
Like when she says Basil, and he was like,
Basil.
"It's Basil," and like gives his daughter a hard time. No, he's like a super sweetheart on that show, and it's just like, I kind of like this side of Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, that's actually the soccer player and the tender just worldview. Him like he is cool. My favorite's when he goes abroad and then enters like cooking competitions in like the middle of Indonesia against a bunch of like Indonesian ladies, and he'll win third, and he'll be just happy as can be because he's not last. And he dunked on a bunch of Indonesian housewives and stuff. It's wild. He wins a pressure cooker. Oh, no, man, that's a little handy pressure cooker.
Because he definitely needs one.
Shout out to Anthony Bourdain and his travels and No Reservations. Want to go back all the way to Kitchen Confidential.
All right, guys,
and
we're
his
going to
book.
have a cooking segment.
No Reservations.
2 balls and a cook. And Tony's the cook.
I mean, I can beat the shit out of anybody on cooking steak.
Yeah, so you'd be surprised how often Tony lets me know, hey, man, they posted about steak. Look at that. My steak is better.
Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat is a pretty good little mini series on
Yes.
Netflix. If you haven't watched that one,
Yes. And again, Chef's Table. Chef's Table's great.
Or is that a cake?
The Great British Baking Show
I like
is
Cake
dope.
Boss. Cake Boss is cool.
You like cake, don't you?
I don't. Not
the
that much.
Great British Baking Show is like the most wholesome show on TV ever because they're like all super supportive because you don't win money, you win like a cake stand.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
everyone just wants to be successful. It's like super happy, and then it also makes me want to eat my body weight in carbs every time I watch that show.
We should totally do that one day. Just kick back and
A cooking stream?
yeah, I'm down. And then actually cook a potluck.
Oh.
619 day. You're gonna be there, Alan? Are you gonna be with us? 619 day?
Yeah. 619 day. Yeah, I'll be here.
We're trying to maybe get a player. Maybe that's not playing that day to join us.
We're not hoping for injuries, but if there just
No.
happens to be a Charlie Adams with that same hamstring injury for another 3 months,
Or
you know,
Anthony Siaha, if he's
he's no longer on the team.
Oh shit.
Although-
oh, okay, that's true. Yeah, forgot.
Although,
You can still join us.
want to cook with a British guy? Because I mean, like if you're bringing traditional British food, I think that's
Spotted dick.
Some chips.
Some spotted dick.
Some fish and chips.
Ever had spotted dick?
What?
Spotted dick.
not since college.
I don't know what that is.
It's a traditional British dish.
Oh.
It's legitimately called
I've
spotted.
never
spotted dick.
never in my life said, "Hi, I feel like some British food today."
I thought you say All right, I think that's a
Oh,
good
man.
good segue.
I say
Alan,
we end the whole pod.
you're
man.
the man. You're the best. We love you.
Alan,
thank you
thank
for
you,
doing
man.
everything that you do for the USL, and we miss you. Like you're the man. You really are the man. Don't let
Go
it-
Sockers.
Go Sockers. Go go Padres.
Nah, who won the series, baby?
Let's go
Padres.
All right, gentlemen. Have a wonderful evening. Try to stay
Appreciate you.
cool. It should cool down later this week, so hopefully you enjoy that.
Stay cool. Hell yeah.
Later, Alan.
You're the best,
Thank
Alan.
you for joining us.
Alan
You're
is
so
the
cool.
best.
You know who's not cool? Padres fans. I'm just kidding. That's like all of our viewers. Oh no. What are you doing?
Playing the piano.
Oh.
Fuck does it look like? More like Georgia on my mind, but
Oh.
because that was Ray Charles.
Singing this song, you're a piano man.
That's not Ray Charles. What the fuck? So we
You-
went.
you-
Let's talk a little bit of a little adventure, right? Because we had a little bit of adventure. This is the media. we got there after a fantastic little bus ride up north, and when we got to Carson, we got off the bus, and we're like, all right, we got to go because we got to check in for media. We're still not going to let us in. We don't have tickets.
Oh, the media people.
Hey,
and I was
they
like,
know.
thank you.
They know.
Thank you.
They know.
I know.
I might be too strong on compliments.
Oh, here we
Overdose
go.
on confidence. Anyway, so we get there and they gave us, we're on the list. It's like that moment, like credit card, like decline or accept, decline or accept. You're just like looking at it. You're like, hope my name's
and
on
I
it,
went
hope my name's
first,
on
and
it,
you were
hope my
like,
name- yeah, I told you to
you're
go
like,
first. I'm like,
God, I hope you're on
I
it.
hope you're on that list. And, it's
And
like,
I got a vest and everything.
You did get a vest, so that we split up duties because again, this is our first this is the first MLS team that allows us to have credentials, so we're very thankful for that. And so we went over, and we had no idea what to do with the press passes. We had no idea what to do with the press passes.
It's a lot different than what
those.
Loyal allow us to do. It was kind of like Cholo's one, where we can record the game.
Yeah.
It's really hard to do a vlog style game because we're both not down there. Up there, it's very strict where you can't be talking too loud. You can't be talking during the whole match.
Even though, I'm sorry, Chiva, but I had a blast up there because everybody was cheering.
Yeah,
because I was with the Loyal, the Loyal office and crew and the social media team. Like, it was a pretty cool time. But
I was very lonely down there. I should have stayed up there with you.
I know. It would have been cool. But now we know, right?
Now we know.
So, again, that was the first step into, getting. So now, who asked me this? Somebody asked me this, like, oh, so, like, do you guys use, like, San Diego Loyal credentials? Let's say, hey, we're credentialed through the team. I'm like, bro, we are internationally credentialed media through Liga MX and now the MLS. I mean, it's a good next step to have, and it's really, really awesome to be able to do this. And
I think the next big step is going to even a couple more MLS matches and eventually going to a CONCACAF Nations League game or even just a friendly.
Yeah.
I think La Selección is going to have games in LA. We're maybe planning a trip to
I think we're going to do it, Chiva.
Minnesota?
I think we're going to go to the World Cup.
I think so.
I think we're going to make it to the World Cup.
And that's the goal. What's after the World Cup?
I've thought about that, and it scares me. And I don't want to think of it. We need to get there.
Yeah, we need to get there
first. But, like, yeah, I've thought about that.
Like, that's it. That's a wrap.
While. Yeah, no.
That's a wrap.
Saludos. Anyway, that was fun. So I stay up in the media press box. It's pretty cool. We get in there. We finally figured it out because we watched somebody else. Because we didn't know, like,
I
do we
knew
make
it was
holes
a
on it?
sticker, but it's like
because they gave us a lanyard.
Yeah,
they gave us a
lanyard,
and
we're like,
clip it on like a
"Like,
bell.
you had both of them clipped on there.
That would have been a faux pas. That would have been embarrassing.
Man.
And so the boy, takes the sticker off. We were both like, it's a sticker. And so, yeah, we took it off. You had a different one, had like specifications. It was pretty cool. Yeah. So we make our way into the press box. We see President Ricardo Campos.
I think we heard our way too because we were pretty hungry, and they always have some food for media.
Yeah, and so one of these side effects of this is like you can in Cholos. Nos dieron una famous star because they're sponsored by Carl's Jr. and TJ, and unlimited soda, unlimited Mexican canned soda,
beer too,
or beer, yeah, special guests. But again, because this is somebody's job,
unlimited
right? Like,
Mexican Coca-Cola.
That's
yeah. We gotta go back.
You gotta go back.
You gotta go back just for the Coke.
¿Qué onda, don Vergas? So we have. So we get up there, and we're pretty hungry because it was a long trip. It was a fun trip, but it was a long trip up. Maybe even longer way down because of the results.
Lots of singing.
Lots of singing and beer spilt on my feet.
You're getting livid.
I was not livid. I was just being.
I think you're tired.
Zen.
Man.
For the circumstances.
I think you was wearing as lit as everyone else.
I think so because I had to drive. I had to drive back, so I had to remain sober. Sober.
And I don't drink, so
exactly. So then we get there. The game starts. We see the lineups, and then we both get pretty lit because they hand us these lineups while we're stuffing our face with
Yeah.
some of the best chicken tenders that I've ever had in my life. And unlimited, we have
We're
two.
the best chicken tenders.
I mean, they were pretty fucking good. I'm
They were
sorry.
good,
The
but
fries were
I
fantastic.
think the ones at the LAFC stadium when I went.
Well, I
were
didn't
better.
go to that
I
one.
know.
See, now I
know.
need to go and get those chicken tendies. So
'Cause they
again,
had hot ones too. So.
the show with hot questions. Have you eaten Harder Wings?
Yeah.
So as we're sitting in the press area, media, team, not team media. Some of the workers from the front the team for the front office for the LA Galaxy start handing these out, and so they were stuffing our. Like, oh, here you go, guys, and we're like, oh shit. Cool. And then I think you were already on your way down, and that's when we told, oh, hey, Chicharito's on the bench, bro.
And I was like,
Chicharito's on the bench.
You,
and that's
you
what
had
we
a
thought, bro.
fangirl moment because you've never seen him
I've
play
never
live.
seen Chicharito live.
I've seen him
play.
I think, once or twice.
I've never been in the same area that he's been. Like, it's just breathing the same air as Chicharito. It was.
I mean, pull these up.
I mean, yeah.
I'll airdrop them to you.
That's what I'm saying, boy. You should have.
I kind of edited.
Should have done this
Some of 'em.
before, boy. It should have been done, boy. It's okay because
No,
we
this is
have
fine.
them now, boys.
Fine.
Been wanting to ask that forever. What were we meaning to ask? 619 Soccer. What?
In media, like what it's like up there. I sent you 2 pictures.
I'm trying. Oh no, Chiva.
What happened? You good?
Put some clothes on in that picture. Oh.
What?
See, now that's gonna be. You canceled it.
Oh, did I?
Yes. Anyway.
Here you go. Took too long to accept.
Accept. See, now I gotta download it. I gotta open it, but then how I'm gonna open it? Like it's.
So it won't work.
It will.
Okay. I'm just saying you're a magician with the.
It will, but like had you told me this before, I could have figured this out, boy.
Oh, what's the goal after 2026?
Oh, oops.
Tony better be a
shit.
dad by then, I guess.
Oh shit! Sorry, guys. Look, see, this is what you have me doing now. Like this is.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying, boy. Like.
well, I think that's the one where he's spitting a loogie.
So you captured this, right? So
Yes.
this is all Chiva. What's the name of your company? Your photographic company, Chiva.
2 Balls Gaming. No,
Photos.
Oh.
Rest in peace, 2 Balls Gaming.
Yeah, I got that one.
I got that one. Yeah.
I don't know how to edit pictures. I'm kind of learning.
I mean, it's pretty cool, right? Like you got that autofocus. A security guard asks you on the way out, "Hey, bro, what kind of lens you got? What's the frame
I was just
rate
like,
on
I
that?"
got everything. I was like, just ask people because they don't know. And
And then you felt like a fraud.
And I was like, yeah, I'm one of those people.
So yeah, I mean, you got to be up close to Chicharito. We both kind of in the same airspace, so that was pretty cool. I have never seen him play live.
He didn't do shit in the game. So.
No es ni madre. Yeah, I mean, no es ni madre. But again,
Elijah had him on lock one game, and I kind of want to ask him, hey, what's it like locking down Chicharito?
he did have him on lock, and so that was pretty special. And so, as I was telling you guys, like minute 38, minute 30 something, this dude comes by, right? And there's one seat onto my left, and that's it. He has to like baseball stadium, AMC, just like squiggle his way into that corner. And so he comes in with just chicken tendies, and he sits down. He gets out his 1998 mouse pad and his Surface Pro wireless keyboard and his brand new Surface Pro. He plugs in his headphones. He has it's a tubby, hefty, pretty barrel sized Korean dude. With his purple and blue Lakers hat, and just, I don't know, dude. Like, I was like, okay, cool. So he's just eating his food, finishes his food, and at this point, he's not watching the game at all. And he's very clean and very polite, and so he gets his stuff after he's done eating, stands up, and just scooches behind me. I have to get up, and I have to move, and, it's just like his, like, I'm not one to talk, right? But, like, I feel his, like, like his back liver fat, just like.
Oh, shit.
So then he goes and throws away his trash like a polite little boy.
Yeah.
And then he gets another plate, comes back, and he does that 2 more times.
How many more plates did you get after I left?
Me? I got 1.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
2.
After I left.
No, 1. I got 1, but I did get more drinks.
Yeah, no, I bet. You got more fries too, huh?
No,
Oh.
no. I didn't even know there were cookies.
Oh, the cookies is when I got back out there. Yeah.
Those were pretty fucking fire. But in any case, like it was a really cool experience just being in there, and we saw some familiar faces. There were some people that just were kind of looking at us like, you still let this guy?
And that's the way to look at it, right? For some people, that's their job. They have to go there.
Yeah.
And just how some of us BS our
yeah.
jobs sometimes, this guy was there and just BSing his game. Like,
No, exactly. So he was just sitting there, and then I'm like, okay, he comes back for the second play. He's gonna start watching the game. This will starts watching Jimmy Kimmel Live. And when I say Jimmy Kimmel Live, that's actually the name of the show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, or Live with Jimmy Kimmel. He was watching Jimmy Kimmel live, like not a clip from YouTube. He was legitimately watching Jimmy Kimmel Live. And so that was it was the actual show, like as it was happening, and just not paying attention to the game, just sitting there enjoying his chicken tendies. Chicharito eat up the U.S. men's national team at the Confederations Cup playoff in the Rose Bowl back in 2016, 2017. Seeing him warm up in front of us was pretty rad, says Steve Bolita.
Is that the one where
Mr. Steve Ball.
Where Aguilar scored the freaking
Paul Aguilar, I think so.
In the extra time? I think that's that game, right?
Possibly. But, I mean, it was pretty cool to see him. And so, just take that off that list. And it was cool to see Landon get all the respect that he did, even though, he comes out with the loss. After post-match.
I think he was kind of okay with it, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, but yeah.
It's a loss. You're never happy with the loss, but the team didn't play bad.
The team performed pretty
anyways,
well.
You know who's playing great and winning?
Hold on.
Oh, what?
No.
Oh. Go ahead.
Post-match.
Oh, yeah, post-match.
Landon. First question from anybody. It's 2 balls and a mic.
Yeah.
2 balls and a mic.
You didn't ask anything to the Galaxy coach, huh?
No, I didn't want to talk to him. Fuck. Just beat San Diego. But also I asked Landon, hey, like, how does this experience going to help the team overall? He says, it's a great experience for everybody, and I think that it kind of gives a sense of where they are exactly in comparison, and moving forward, I think it's going to be very, very beneficiary to have this experience. You get booted out at this level, but you know what? You're going to come back and you're going to be hungrier, and I think that's going to be the benefiting factor here. And then the bus on the way back was totally fun. Missed out on the pizza, which is whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm like, hey, Landon, safe travels, and he said, thank you, Tony. So that was fun.
Yeah, you're like best fucking friends.
Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty cool.
Like we joked about it in the beginning, like, oh yeah, my best friend Landon.
Now, yeah.
He's legitimately my best friend.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if he
back
was
the fuck off, Landon.
If he was to get arrested,
back the fuck off.
I think I'm calling Landon if I get arrested.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, who the fuck is this? Oh man.
Wow.
I mean, maybe Landon could be your co-host.
I think we'd get good ratings on that.
Quítate la camisa, chiva.
Ow! What's going on, boy? What's up, boy?
La cadeneta, papá.
Oh, la cadeneta,
La cadeneta, papi.
boy.
Vamos por la 13.
Oh, la madre, boys.
Again, I'll catch you up.
Catch me up,
with Liga MX.
Anyway,
soccer.
So soccer.
You were there.
San Diego Soccer.
You were there.
We were there at the San Diego Soccer
And
yesterday.
Mike was there.
And Mike was actually
And
there.
619 Soccer was there.
Soccer was there as we're coming in. Let's talk about real quick before we move into the only team that's winning here in San Diego professionally in sports, the San Diego Sockers. San Diego Wave had their preseason tournament, and they tied against OL Reign. Kelsey Turnbull get herself a red card. That was pretty exciting. Morgan, a penalty that shouldn't have been a penalty. They tie. Now moving forward, they're going to start the season
Sunday.
At away.
1st.
Away, so it's not going to be here at home at Torero. It's going to be until May 7th, the home opener in the season for San Diego Wave. Hopefully, they actually have uniforms that aren't preseason uniforms. I'm looking forward. It's such a great crest to be wasted on training kits that look like training kits.
They need to announce their new kits.
Yeah, they need to. But yeah, so that's going to be San Diego Waves. So we're looking forward to doing more coverage with that. Now, San Diego Soccer. So the San Diego Sockers are into the MASL semifinal for the MASL.
Which they lost the first leg.
They did lose the first leg in Chihuahua, Mexico, against Chihuahua. So that was a pretty hostile crowd. How does that song relate?
Chihuahua, Mexico.
But no, that's specific. El jarabe tapatío, la cucaracha, what?
Yeah, it's just Mexico.
You couldn't have done da 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 Chihuahua da 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 da.
Oh, come
Chihuahua.
on. That's
Oh, Chihuahua, Chihuahua here, Chihuahua there. Everybody likes it everywhere. Sing it loud, and it can be so easy.
no.
Da 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 da. Chihuahua.
No.
Remember that song, right?
Yeah, no, that's no.
That was a song that I was gonna put for the vlog. So,
Wow.
Ow. Ow. Wow. Anyway, so the San Diego Sockers played against Chihuahua. Chihuahua. And so, yes, that is very true, as Ricardo Virgen very expertly points out.
What was your experience there?
They did dominate the entire game, so that was fun to watch. But talking about exactly what went down is... Let me see. Hold on.
Hold on. What? Hold on.
Hold on.
Hey, 609 Soccer, how'd you like the game? You were there.
The boy was there. Games, actually.
Games.
Because the way the MASL, the Indoor Soccer League, major association, soccer league of the associations, in a playoff is 2 legs, right? But if you win, you have to win 2 of the 2 legs in order to move to the next round. If you split it and split the tie, then you have to go to a third mini game directly after the second game. So first, San Diego Sockers had to win the second game, right? Yeah. So they lose the first game, they win the second game.
Did it matter by how much they won? Or
no, it doesn't matter. Right? It's a win or you lose. So, so they lost the first one, like you're saying, and so then they move into this very important match. So there's a big turnout. The Brujos, the 78 were there. You had some local friends and Chavo friends and helping out in Section 19. I went as media, and honestly, it was really interesting. Just like standing and right behind the big Sockers inflatable, and just as the players are coming in, and we have footage of it. Right? Yeah, no, and we have footage of that of them just preparing behind and just getting into like this means everything to these players, right? Like of course it does. Of course it fucking does. Like this is not only their job, but this is the big time. Like this is semifinal. If you win this, you're gonna go defend your current championship and get your 16th star possibly. The first game was very, very good. San Diego Sockers came out guns a-blazing. They ended up winning that game pretty convincingly in that game, right? So it was 2-1 for a good period of time. San Diego Sockers up. There was an appearance of Mike, our esteemed intern here. We were asked, as 2 balls at a mic, if we can please provide some of the colorful support for or against the Chihuahua goalkeeper, Valdovinos, because last time that the Sockers came to town, we were there, actually. Yeah. We were there, and we speak fluent Spanish, and clearly...
La porra te saluda.
I mean, that's putting it incredibly nice. Yeah. Incredibly nice for the atrocities that came out of my mouth.
For the families.
The things that, like, the verbal spewage that descended upon el cerote de mierda Valdovinos. As, something like that. I mean, his name number 0, so it's un cerote. He's pretty tubby too. So,
you said Mike assisted in 2 goals.
So Mike assisted in 2 goals. So. I was doing coverage. I was doing coverage around the arena, so I couldn't keep an eye on him. At some point, while Valdovinos, Chihuahua goalkeeper, was right in front of Section 19, right, making all the noise. There was a little gap to the left, and Mike can literally, just be within an earshot of Valdovinos, the goalkeeper. So from the reports from the great Drew and Nick and I believe Abel and a couple of other people in that section, they saw Mike yelling at the goalkeeper, yelling something, I think to the effect of like, again, at the end of the day, you still have to go back and live in Chihuahua. You can't stay here type of thing. Not necessarily like a get out of my country thing because, we've had done sensitivity training for that. Getting better.
Mike's well behaved now.
Ish. But in that split second for a couple of times, he looked at Mike and started talking shit to Mike. During the run of play, Valdovinos turns around, boom, 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 goes in. Nice. Witnessed by many people. That may or may not have happened a second time. where Valdovinos then starts complaining to Mike about the referees. I don't know.
Mike, good shit out there.
So we'll see him May 8th, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because the San Diego Sockers did end up winning that mini game, 3-1, I believe, 3-1 at the end of that 15 minutes, and move into the championship game. They win ultimately past Chihuahua. They had supporters too. It was pretty good.
Title, right?
They do get to defend their title. The Ron Newman Cup is going to be between number 1 and number 2 teams in the league. That's going to be the Florida Tropics as they move into, again, and they play the Florida Tropics, and I believe that they beat the Florida Tropics in the regular season. But again, anything can happen here. Boris Pardo, the goalkeeper, just fantastic. Brandon Escoto getting the game winner. You had a great turnaround by the entire defense, which at the end in indoor soccer, sometimes you just send everybody, including the goalkeeper. If you get the ball taken, then there's no goalkeeper. So they just launched it forward and scored 2 goals like that. I believe Rojo was the one that scored that. But in any case, like, it was just a great time out there, and it was... it
was a controversial play with Pardo, right?
Oh, the boy Boris. So
Boris.
Definitely a controversial call, because it was a intense moment where, had this been called a handball, as I think. Hi, Alan. Bye, Alan. Sorry, Alan. Bye, Alan. If you looked at this right here, right? So that's the rainbow flick over Boris Pardo's head. Had it been a handball, it would have been a blue card, and it would have been a shootout in favor, putting the Sockers on a power play. So it means one player is out for a couple, just like hockey, right? And so ball goes over, through, doesn't quite get there. Defender clears the ball, and then the Chihuahua Savage players are just whining, complaining, as you can see, kind of right there. He puts his hands up, but the ball clearly goes directly through the hands. I know there's a little bit of controversy with our buddy Nate Aburea and Craig Elston, the fantastic play-by-play commentary team over at the San Diego Sockers. During one of the San Diego Sockers goals, Nate went live, and I went live and joined him as I'm in the arena, and I'm just like reacting like to what he's not.
Like you joined his live?
Yeah. And so he's commentating the actual game, and so like I'm just like being very expressive with my looks, like so that was fun. But yeah, it was
nice.
It was a wonderful time. It's really cool again to be.
When is the championship game?
The championship is going to be, let me see, it's going to be tentatively right now. I believe it is 2 legs. One is going to be away at Florida. Game 2, just like the Savage game, is going to be May 8th, and that's going to be here at Pechanga Arena. They play for the championship. So there is literally no other team in San Diego that's playing for a championship in professional sports.
Yeah.
There is literally not a team in this city that has delivered more championships than the San Diego Sockers. Go watch your 12th place San Diego Seals. Go watch your 40th seed. It's called. I'm not to bury these guys. This is the San Diego Gulls. Go watch them. Sure, invest your money, but at least for this day, at least for this, right? There's going to be great performances. I saw in the little ring at Pechanga.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
Bad Bunny.
Karol G.
Paulina Rubio is coming, along with Alejandro Guzman in Las Perronas tour.
Oh wow!
You have Snoop Dogg
D-O-double-G.
come in with E40.
Oof.
What the go?
Yup.
Yup.
Nice.
I have a
So
friend
you
that does
definitely
a really
don't want to
good
miss
E40.
this halftime show.
Yeah, no, halftime show. Yeah, that's the halftime show,
Yeah.
right? No, so they do play San Diego Sockers on May 8th at Pechanga Arena. They play for the championship in front of you.
That's a good point, Ricardo. Probably the last time Sockers play at Pechanga Arena.
Oh, wow. Yeah, definitely.
Oceanside Sockers.
I did not see him on my side. Mike was on point, says Chris. So Chris, another witness. He was there,
Yeah.
and he witnessed this exact chain of events happen. So when I tell you, Chiva, that this happened, like you thought I was kidding. You thought I was kidding for a little bit.
I still think you're
Exaggerating.
exaggerating.
I am not exaggerating. Like, guys, please, you were there. But yes, Ricardo, probably the
No,
last
all these
time
people
soccer's playing
always
Pachanga.
Are always on your side, feeding your ego a little bit.
Ego. 619 Soccer says, nah, next year is last year. That is very true. So.
Oh, okay. And soccer knows all the facts.
Shut up.
We
We need to come over 619 Soccer. We need to. I mean, it was a game, but we need to talk.
We need to have a meeting, bro. You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
But yeah, so check out everybody. Get your tickets at sdsoccers.com/tickets. Maybe we'll try to get some tickets to give away to some fantastic people here on the pod and get some special Calafino treats.
Oh, yeah.
Or call 1-866-799-GOAL. That's 1-866-799-GOAL.
Love it. Am I getting my press pass back?
Yeah, it's right there.
No. This isn't mine.
That's yours.
No.
Yeah,
mine
that's yours.
said full access.
No, that's yours.
Okay.
Limited access.
No kinds.
Yeah, that's you. It's like I'm known as Mr. Worldwide. You're known as Mr. Limited Access.
Wow. See how he treats me, guys?
Yeah. By the way, you crushed a very well-designed face that was on that the other day that you came in. It was a chiseled face, detailed with care, and you just came in. Yep, just like that.
Yep.
All right, so again, we'll keep talking San Diego Soccer as we get closer to. I might even come back with a vengeance with the great Craig Elston, 100%. So, the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, yeah. But now, let's move in real quick to Liga MX. My bread and butter.
Yes, Liga MX.
Because the season's winding up, Tony. The season is winding up. We're down to our last league match this upcoming weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a tight race right now. It is a very tight race. Right now in first place is Pachuca, who have been dominating the whole season. Then you got Tigres, Puebla, Atlas. Puebla, who has been surprising everyone since last tournament. America, who are going on 5 straight wins and like 16 goals in favor and 1 against in their last 5 games. They're turning things up right now. And like we all know in Liga MX, yes, just like that. Like we know in Liga MX is ending on a hot streak, just 3-4 wins.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference between not making Liguilla and maybe just getting a home advantage in the repechaje,
So
right?
let's look at that real quick. Let's look at that. And see if we do it officially, then we should do it officially through Liga MX. Liga MX Estadísticas.
Ooh.
Gotta make things look. La tabla general. Not through medio tiempo, but through the actual website, guys. What's going on?
LigaMX.mx.
ligamx.com.mx. .shom.
But anyways,
Uh-huh.
Chivas are ending on a hot streak too. Ever since they fired their coach Leaño,
Mm-hmm.
they are 3-0,
Mm-hmm.
and the coach right now is Cadena, I believe his name is.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, he's a coach from the youth teams, right? So he's been bringing in some young talent. He's playing the players that he wants, and it's just been working out. And Alexis Vega has been on fire. Angulo, like Chivas is just playing out like they're. It makes me. That's why I wear the jersey, Tony.
Oh,
Like, they're
619 Soccer
playing
says
great.
if you showed the top 4 to somebody 2-3 years ago.
If you show the top 4, yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, the fact that Tigres is always going to be there over the last couple of years, right? Cruz Azul is in 6, Chivas in 7, Monterrey in 8.
And then
I
Los
mean, it's still
Campeones
wild.
Atlas.
And for the people that don't know,
Yeah.
isn't it wild that
Tell them.
12 teams get a chance at making playoffs and
Everyone makes
and fighting
playoffs.
for the title?
Yeah.
Like, it's literally only 6 teams that miss out on it. Again, 5th goes against 12th, 6 against 11th, 7 against 10th, and then 8 against 9, and that's just one game. And then they go to the quarterfinal matches, right? So right now, Chivas stand in 7th, 23 points, 2 points behind America. So it really all comes down to the last game. Chivas won 3-1 this past weekend against Pumas, and they just look completely dominant. Alexis Vega got a goal and an assist off some great plays as well. Alvarado ended up scoring his 4th in the season. Angulo ended up scoring a goal as well. Gudiño hasn't been starting, who was the young goalkeeper for Mexico, right, for like maybe a future star for Mexico, backup of Acevedo in the future. He's very well on his way out for Chivas, as it's rumored. And then right now they have Jimenez, who has been a backup third goalkeeper for Chivas his whole career. And he's playing out of his mind, Tony. This guy is motivated. This guy's killing it. He's playing great. I highly recommend try to watch Chivas game against Necaxa on Friday at 5 p.m. Just so you can kind of get a taste of what my team is doing right now.
So there's one more game in the season, right? So then that's going to be it for everybody. So some key matchups, if we're looking at it, the standings right at the cusp is Pumas with 19, 18 Toluca.
Did you know that Pumas is one of the teams, I think the second team that's valued the lowest in the whole league?
Yeah, because it's a college.
It's wild. And if they lose Mozo, Talavera, and one of their best players, like they could potentially just be the lowest value team. I think the lowest one right now is Puebla at like $20-something million.
Well, they're doing pretty good for that roster.
They've been doing really good.
So even can Tijuana still make it technically?
It's very hard.
Yeah.
They were playing against Querétaro, and they should have been up a lot more at halftime. They were up 2-0, and they ended up getting tied in the 93rd minute. Cholos just somehow always managed to screw themselves over. Right now they stand at 16th with 17 points. They would really need Pumas to lose. Just honestly, Pumas to lose, and Mazatlan to not win, Toluca to not win, Santos to not win, which is very hard. Like, if you need Pumas to lose, you need Pachuca to win, which could happen. Pachuca's in first place.
Mm-hmm.
You need, who else did I say? I believe I said Santos. Yeah, so, I mean, it's doable. It's very hard because they play Monterrey, and Monterrey is not an easy team either. They're in 8th place. They can very much just easily beat Cholos. But I honestly don't think they make Liguilla this year. And it is what it is for Cholos, right? They're going to sell all their players and buy new players next season.
Yeah.
And I think it's until they finish investing and building their stadium completely is when they'll maybe focus more on investing on the team, which sucks.
Looking pretty good.
But the stadium is looking really nice.
So that's a really nice little update for Liga MX.
And Vega leaving Chivas next transfer window. Vega, yeah, he hasn't re-signed a contract with Chivas, which just kind of means that he's maybe on his way out as well, which hopefully means to Europe, right? There's a rumor that it could be PSV, as Chivas have that whole partnership with PSV now. So if that's the case, then so be it. I will always support players leaving my team to go to Europe and bettering their careers. Gudiño, I mean, I don't know what else he wants. He sometimes performs, sometimes he doesn't. So if he leaves. We'll just have to get a new goalkeeper. But yeah, that's Liga MX for you guys. As Tony's speeding me through this process. Just kidding. It's fine. It's fine. Champions League. I thought you didn't want to talk Champions League since your team is out.
Your team was never in to begin with, really, so.
I'm still not ashamed to talk about it. I'm still not ashamed to talk about it.
Who should be ashamed of it? Because, God, your team sucks in everything.
Absolutely. They suck.
So, Champions League, right? So, we're down to the semifinals here. 2 legs. Again, still no away goals, which is fantastic. But you got the Final Four, the top 4, the Elite 4, Elite 8, Final 4.
Yeah.
So obviously you have Man City, Real Madrid, Liverpool, and Villarreal. I think we had talked about this and who's going to go forward, right?
I said Madrid and Liverpool, which would be a great final.
So that would be a great final on paper. I mean, even Liverpool, Man City would be good. But
we've already seen those, and they've been very entertaining games.
Great.
What are Villarreal's realistic chances that you give them?
It's a punch chance. I mean, anybody can do it, right? San Diego Loyal almost went 120 minutes against LA Galaxy, right? Like anything is possible. Puebla is
possible.
Yeah. So Villarreal have a real chance. They have a real chance to, just to pull something out of their ass, and it's a tournament, and it's a 2 legs. None of this mini game business.
I just don't see Villarreal pulling this off against Liverpool. I think Liverpool have been looking really strong lately.
Emre coming over from Arsenal is familiar with Liverpool, is familiar with the type of style, familiar with Jurgen Klopp. He's been there for a couple years.
I think even being familiar to that style, it's still kind of unstoppable right now.
Wouldn't you say the same thing about Bayern, though? Literally what you just said.
Bayern,
copy, paste what you just said.
No, I think Liverpool is in way better form than Bayern Munich. I think they have way like their form is just way better right now.
So I think for tomorrow, Man City, Ricardo Virgen 2-1 Man City to Real Madrid, and then Villarreal losing 2-1 to Liverpool. I mean, those are sensible games, and I think those would be exciting, and I think that's all. It's all very well, nice and said, but I'm not mad at a Man City. I mean, I am mad at a Man City Liverpool if it's the Champions League final. But if Chelsea lost to anybody, I'd rather lose to the champions. So if Real Madrid beats Man City, crushing their dreams yet again of winning a Champions League, and just being another year that Pep Guardiola does not win it for Man City, like I'd be okay with that too.
I think tomorrow just sets that tone right, but Real Madrid are known to come back and make comebacks, and they've done it, and you never rule them out in Champions League. It all depends on how Benzema's playing. Vini, I mean, this game is just exciting as heck, man.
It's going to be huge, and, again, the first leg is the first leg. There's no away goals, like I'm saying, but next week's going to be, we're going to see exactly, who needs to do what and what's required of these teams, because right now it's still 0-0 across the board. That may not be the case next episode, and we'll see and have a better idea. Maybe somebody gets injured, maybe somebody goes on a hot streak again, like Benzema did against Chelsea, and puts them in their place. But again,
Madrid's already trying to rebuild their roster. They just signed. They
just signed Antonio Rudiger. Man, if they can put him on the squad, tomorrow they will.
And rumor has it that your boy Reece James is also going to go there.
He's a good boy. He's a good Suchling. He's a good lad. He's a little Sucheford. Like, he's one of the Suches that is one of the boys, and he's a good Such. Like, I think the Suches are going to be good with him, and I think Chelsea have treated him well and have taken good use of his Suches, and I think the Such is just time to move on.
So who want to stay?
I wouldn't call it necessarily a dying franchise. I mean, we're still very, very relevant in Europe and very relevant. We're still the champions of the world.
For now.
We're the champions of the world.
For now.
For a good year.
I mean, you can think Russia.
What are you guys? What are you guys?
Oh, we're a piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. What else?
I'm attracted to shit. I started the podcast.
Why did you point at me? Okay. Well, thank you. But yeah, so that's going to be Champions League. I'll just keep the European Champions League music going as we just kind of recap Bayern Munich winning the
10th straight title. Isn't it crazy how Koeman has won 10 league titles in his career and he's only 25?
That's wild. That is wild.
25, 10 league titles.
It's a wild stat, but
I mean, at this pace, he can be up there with Dani Alves and Messi. How many titles they won? I think Dani Alves has 43 titles in his career, and Messi has 39.
Yeah,
they're like first and second.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I mean, he's a good player, but I mean, free him. Like, they don't need him. They don't have Sané. Like, what is he doing up there, guys? Like, you have Gnabry. Like, you have what's his face? I mean, whoever Bayern wants to get. So they're gonna they got Rafinha coming in. So,
and then who do you bring in? You need, obviously, like, comparing teams to Man City and Liverpool. Like, you need a lot of depth, and Bayern, I think they were upset that they're not in the running for Haaland. Because, I mean, I kind of saw that happening where Haaland would just go to Bayern and replace Lewandowski. But it's looking like Man City's going to win that race. Man City's
probably going to win that. And speaking about winning races, Messi scored against Lens. Not Lens Crafters, but...
That pisses me off, man.
Him winning, PSG winning the...
The media everywhere just praising Messi, giving him all credit for that PSG title.
Giving him... For literally handing them the title with that goal.
4 goals in the season, 13
literally,
assists.
Had it not been for that goal, they wouldn't have won that the championship right then and there.
Did you see what Mbappe said?
Oh, what did Mbappe say, boy?
They asked him, like, and then he said, "Yeah, well, Messi, he really didn't do much this season, did he? Now?" And he said he didn't participate much, but it is what it is. Like,
Jimenez going to Bayern. Raúl Jimenez?
It's a rumor. I don't think it'll happen. Like,
I mean, who has a head injury, Jimenez or Bayern?
Oh, wow. Hey, that's...
Fuck.
But yeah, dude, like, the media just didn't give any praise to Mbappe. Mbappe just literally put that team on his back and carried them all season long. He's very much on his way out, most likely to Real Madrid. And I'm excited to see what Real Madrid ends up doing next season. Chispan in Soccer, ¿cómo está tu chavineta? Yeah. Ever since that takeover from Frankfurt at the Camp Nou, Barcelona have lost 3 straight home games.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Shout out to Barcelona for that. You guys got yourself a new manager in Ten Hag. Like that's gonna be fun. Hopefully this doesn't mean the resurgence of what's the way of what's the boy Van de Beek. Because
I really hope so. I mean,
that won't be good.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot of changes for Manchester United. Who knows if that's gonna? It can be worse, right? I mean, relegation, I guess. Like Everton.
Everton, yep.
Wow.
It couldn't be worse. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we have for the day, boys.
Sorry for La Chavineta 6-9 Soccer. Like, it was just a hoax. But yeah, man. Vamos Chivas, vamos vamos por 13 campeonatos.
We're gonna do a game right after.
Oh, on the stream.
On the stream.
Gonna do a
right
game
now.
on the stream.
Stick around for that stream.
Yeah, I gotta find the game.
Boys. Shout out to everybody who's been helping us get to our dreams and hooked us up with MLS press passes. We're getting there, boys. It's a slow and painful process, but we're gonna get there. So shout out to everybody who's been helping us out. We're gonna go ahead and do some Calafino giveaways very soon. So shout out to Calafino for their beautiful, beautiful, delicious tequila. Use the promo code 2balls20 at checkout for 20% off of Calafino tequila. They have some Cinco de Mayo and Dia de las Madres, Mother's Day box sets. Those are pretty cool. We're gonna be giving some away too. So go ahead and buy yours, or if you're feeling lucky, keep an eye out on 2 Balls and a Mic social media. That's 2 Balls and a Mic on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, no, YouTube. Come on.
Spotify,
everything.
Apple Podcasts,
iHeartRadio.
You
That's
name it.
Calafino, promo code 2balls20, BALLS 20 at checkout. So thank you guys for that, and
thank you guys for watching.
let's go Padres.
Oh, okay, that was uncalled for.